Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Prudence Chirunga Banda, and I'm going to be your facilitator for in events management, which is being sponsored by Dominion Business Network and Cooperative Training. So we are going to be together for the next 4 weeks, where we are actually going to be discussing on events management. Most of the time, I get people to confuse events management and decor. So in this class, it's not it's not a decor class, but it's actually an events management class. So when we talk about events management, we are talking about the planning, the coordinating, and also the management or execution of any event. So our course objective is to make sure that people understand the principle and the practices of events management, which actually include events planning, events coordination, and events execution. And then at the end of the day, they also need to develop the skills in event planning, which includes being able to actually select a venue, select a caterer, select entertainment and logistics. Basically, they should have the skill on how to pick the best vendor that they can actually use when they are executing an event. And then they also need to analyze the role of marketing and the marketing and promotion of events management, and this can be done through social media, advertising, and also it talks about public relations. And at the end, people need to also understand the impact of technology on the events industry. If we look at it, the world has actually gone digital, so students need to understand how technology has actually contributed to the events planning, marketing, and also operations. So at the outcome, at the end of the course, upon completion of the course, each and every student should be able to actually plan, manage, and coordinate any event given. They also need to evaluate the success of the event, and they need to manage the operations, the logistics, and everything that is included, everything that takes it to have like a perfect event. They have to demonstrate leadership and management skills, meaning they should be able to have communication, be it amongst the staff, amongst the vendors, with the client and everybody involved. They should be able to build a team, and they should also be able to solve problems, because when you're doing events management, it's not always that we have a perfect planning. There are problems that are unseen, that are not even calculated, that will just come on the last minute. So an event manager should have plan A, plan B, up to plan Z. So if this doesn't work, you imply this other plan. So at the end of the course, each and every student should be able to actually perfectly be able to plan an event. After planning it, coordinate it, and after coordinating it, you have to make sure that you manage it. So when we talk about planning, this is the initial stage of an event, where you actually put things on paper, where you actually make a roadmap for that event that that you'll be actually doing. So each and every event has got its objectives. So you need to understand that the objective of that event. After you understand the objective of that event, then from there you move on now to coordinate. When you are now coordinating, that's when now you'll be bringing different people or people that you are actually going to work with. And at this point, that's when you now come up with you've already picked your venue. When you're doing the planning, you've already done your budget. Then after that, you now pick the people who are going to help you execute the event, whereby you're supposed to actually engage what we call vendors in the events industry. Then after that you are done, now it comes to the execution or management of the event. This one is actually done a day before and on the actual day of the event, and also after the event. So you make sure that everything that you planned, everything that you have coordinated for, you now put it together on that same day, and you make sure that everything is in order, so that you are able to have like a perfect event. And then when you're done with that, we look at our modules. Our modules, they've been developed in parts, and then I think from we sent you how we are going to work. So this first week, we are actually going to look at the events industry. We are actually going to look into analyzing the role of events management in each type of event. We are basically going to look at the type of events that we have. And then after that, we move on to module 2. Module 2, we are actually going to learn about events planning and coordination. And then after that, we move on to the third week, where we are going to do events logistics plan. And then week of the 18th of, we are going to look at events marketing plan. And then after that, on the 22nd, we are going to look at event evaluation. And then after that, we are going to look at events technology and innovation. Then we move on to module 8, where we are going to talk about events leadership and management. And then after that, we will move on to establishing events management business communication skills. Are we together? Then after that, we are going to look at, that will be actually the end, that the last module that we're going to look at. And then let's look at the policies of the course. You know, we need to have a rule of order in everything that we are going to be doing. So first and foremost, let's talk about attendance and participation. Events management is a very practical thing. It's things that you've seen, things you've heard. So we need to participate. You give us what you know, what you have seen, and we discuss. So all the answers in this course are right, provided you give us a reason why you think what you said is right. You have to convince us. And when you are given an assignment to do, work will not be accepted. It will only be accepted after you pay a penalty of 20 kwacha a day. So if you submit after 3 days, so we'll calculate like 20 kwacha every day for 3 days, which is a 60 kwacha. And then we are also looking at academic integrity. I know these days there's AI, there's mentor, plagiarism, and academic dishonesty will not be tolerated in this class. All incidences of academic dishonesty will be actually reported to the administration, and it can actually result in you failing this course. And then communication. There should be regular communication with me is encouraged. When you've got personal question, you can actually call me. We talk about it. We help each other. And then emails and messages will be responded within 24 hours. And then when we look at grading is actually going to be based on assignments, participation, and the final exams. Then, in case of emergencies, and you are really stuck, you can always call me. You come through me, then from me I will take whatever emergency we have through to the administration. And please make it a habit to just call when you do not understand anything. And feel free to always call me your instructor between 10 hours and 20 hours every day. But after that, I do not take calls. And for my email address is prudencebanda76@gmail.com. So you can always send me an email, and your assignments, they are actually supposed to come through email. No WhatsApp assignments. All assignments should come through the email. And for any queries, please call me on the number below on the syllabus there. So you can call me anytime if you've got if you need any help. So this was just basically our introduction, so that we get familiar with what we are actually going to be learning. I hope we are going to have a wonderful time working together, teaching each other, mentoring each other. Thank you for listening, and see you in the next class. Have a blessed day.